I'm back, and today's recipe is some really delicious rice paper rolls. They're super easy to make, really healthy, and you don't really need that many ingredients. So today what I have are some carrots, cucumbers, capsicum, and a little bit of avocado. And my protein, you can really use, I guess, whatever leftovers you have from the night before. I've mixed some tuna and avo together. The last time I made these, I used some leftover salmon, which was delicious. Chicken, tofu, whatever you really want to chuck in there. And I've added a little bit of alfalfa sprouts for a few greens and some rice noodles. It's all really optional, but the one thing you probably have to go and buy are the rice papers. You know, not many people have these in their house, so you can just grab it from the supermarket. And we're going to get on. Alright, so the veggies are washed and dried. Now you can either peel them, or I like to just kind of cut them so you get that nice square look. So what we're going to do is you just chop off the edges. This is really the only time consuming part of it all. I like to keep the edges, or keep whatever skin that you cut off, and then just add it. If you make homemade stock and stuff, you can just chuck it in there. Cutting it in half. Whoa, come back here, buddy. And then what we're going to do is you're going to just chop off the sides. So making sure that you keep your fingers, like I told you before, bent in. And you're going to just use your outside fingers to hold the edges. And now this has created a nice base for you to kind of support it, so it's not going to roll around. You're going to do the same on all the sides. There you go. So I'm just going to keep these, chuck them in my little box of spare parts for my stock later. And now what you can do is you can create really, really fine lines, so your julienne style veggie. So I'm going to cut really thin pieces. I always hate this last piece because I'm scared I'm going to chop my finger off. All right, so now you've cut it like that. Turn it on the side and do the exact same this way. And voila, look how easy. Just cut the rest of them. So the benefit obviously in buying organic veggies is that there's less pesticides and any nasties. But if it's not really within your budget, or it's not available, buying veggies and stuff that you buy from the supermarket's fine. You just really want to make sure that you wash it properly so that it gets rid of whatever dirt, any bacteria, pesticides that they have. Now onto the cucumber. So the cucumber's a little bit different. Cut it in half. And then I don't really like using the inside. I don't think it tastes very nice. So you're just going to cut the inside out. Now you can just chuck that in the bin if you want. There you go. Voila. And the same thing here. So you're just going to hold it on the side, cut really fine pieces. Just makes it really easy to then roll it, because everything's not flying out. And they're not too thick, but if you can't get them this thin, it really doesn't matter that much. Alright, so warm water, grab your rice paper, just chuck it in there for a few seconds. So I'll leave it for 30 seconds and you'll start to feel it getting a little bit soft. The rice noodles are optional, but you can you just cook them according to the packet instructions. So just leave them soaking in some cold water for 10 minutes and then just rinse it out. Kitchen scissors, I like to sometimes cut it in half because otherwise it's quite long without messing all over the place. Otherwise they all stick together. Don't leave this in here for too long, because otherwise it gets really, really flimsy. So you can see there's a little hole poking through there. I'm not really too concerned about it because I'll just make sure I try and fold that over. All right, working quickly so it doesn't stick. Get some of the water off. Layer it however you want. So I'm going to start with some of the rice noodles. Grab a nice portion of my tuna avo mix. So if you're going to sub with your salmon, your chicken, tofu, whatever it is, or you can just make veg and just put avo or whatever you want in there. I like to make mine quite big, so it can be a bit difficult to roll. A little bit of these guys, and then your veggies. So if you want to use them all, use them all. I like to keep it in a nice little tight rectangle, so it's everything's kind of compact and you don't have to do too much pushing in when you roll it. This one's going to be a fat rice paper roll. Alright, top it off with some avo. And now what I do is, everyone has different rolling techniques, but I like to fold in the sides, press it down, and I think this it's kind of like wrapping a present, but this helps to push it in. And then I take the bottom side here and fold it over, but while I'm folding, I'm kind of like pushing this part back. So fold, squeeze everything back here while you're rolling. So roll, 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 nice and tight, roll, roll, roll. Voila! How good does that look? All right, chuck that to the side. I'm gonna leave it on the serving board here and then keep doing some more. Chuck them in the fridge, have them for lunch tomorrow as a snack later. Whatever tickles your fancy, really. So, there you go. Enjoy. And eat up. I'll see you next time. So messy. How do I stop this?